Okay, just gonna quick little notes on Dragon Shire. It was Uncomfortably Numb versus Logical Decision. It's a Div B West NGS match. Just for context, Ziltoid. So all this, you've done this before in the match, but the main thing I wanted to focus on here is that you keep trying to, like, you step up to the garage, and then you step back, and then you step up, but you don't auto again. And see, that's the thing, like, you're stepping up into engage range, but you're not actually throwing autos. So, like, why even take the risk? Like, there's the second auto. And again, like, step up, third auto, okay. That should be a fourth auto. Should have been chasing him. Like, that's the whole thing I just don't quite understand. Either you want to be back here and not able to be hit by Groundbreaker, or you want to be up and auto, like, move up, auto, max range, back, move up, auto, max range, back, etc. Like, you could have gotten, like, 2 more autos there, maybe 3, depending on if you, had targeted the mouth when he stepped up. So right here, you guys are going in on the garage. That's good. That's good. Oh, the mine. That Junkrat saves him just barely. But yeah, like, this is where the damage matters. If you had done a few more autos, maybe he just dies in that situation. I think it's close either way, but yeah, they add up.
Regrowth.
I wanted to focus on this a little more because this is when you guys start to play as a 4-man, or you should anyway. Because you're quick clearing and you're about to... So you're about to lose top. Malthael is just beating Rexar up here. So you guys get the arrow kill, you get the engage, that's a good mosh, but Ide's gonna die? No, gets out. Wow, really good play by Ide. Snowglare accidentally steps up. You guys take a lot of damage, but you all get out, so that's good. Speed this up a little bit. So Yuli gets pushed out here. This is a weird fight? Yeah, okay, so Malthael dies. You guys are all on Garrosh. He's blocked in. Okay, get the kill there. Waste of an ult by Mouth. Oof, that's rough. So let's back up a sec. So have mid, exactly.
Double.
So you guys have no vision of the Junkrat. You're stepping up. You both get caught by Ulrak stab. That was poor. Yeah, you guys just standing in a line, and I don't understand why. Like, it's an Ulrak. Like, just spread out a little bit. There's no one else. And you guys should be closer up here, since you know where the other 3 are, and you just don't know where Junkrat is. So, like, this is also scary because there could be a mine thrown out from bush and boop you back over. But instead, it's a Riptire. And again, because you're clumped, Hanzo insta-dies, and you take a ton of extra damage, Snowglare. And they get the Q kill. That's really unfortunate. So what would have been a really good turn ends up being a trade, which is not great. That's a good kill. Zilt, that was a little scary, but obviously Patches, if he hits the root, you just take tower shots and die, so that's the only reason I thought that was... If the root wasn't available, then it's a little different, because then you can tank the tower shots and walk out like you did 100% of the time, but if they root you, you just tank tower shots and die. Okay, well, we're still ahead. Just poking. Get some vision. Okay. Interesting. Need snow glare here. You need snow glare here. Like, they don't have a ton of pick potential, but if Riptire's up, and it's not, thankfully, so that's good. Okay, so this is still fine. Okay, so you guys know the Alarak's coming up here. When I saw this live, I didn't think you guys had vision there. But no, you actually do see him coming. And so, like, you walking up into here is actually really bad because Alarak can max range. Yeah, he can charge in.
Choose it.
And he catches the root, and Zilt dies. Yeah. So let's back up a little bit. So EDA's here. So it's a 3v3. And you guys see Alarak coming. Snow still isn't rotating, which is bad. So you guys need to back up. Or at least take the fight down here so he can't either TK or charge in, or both. And so you guys do start to back up, but it's too late, and he charges in. He hits the TK, gets that. If Waffle had been quicker about this, he could have fired an arrow, hit all three, and saved you. But too late, and yeah, it's done. Again, this whole time, like, arrow. Like a 4-man arrow probably saves E-Day too. He can just keep walking up. Snow's still mid and never rotated bot. That's really bad. Like, he could have been, like, here and fired an arrow and maybe had a shot. Like, so, yeah. Yeah, that... So, as soon as Alarak charges in, you guys got to think about, like, potentially where you're retreating to and how you can possibly save Zilt there. And of the options you had, Waffle was the one with the best because he was back down here and he could have kept backing up if he wanted. And as soon as he saw him get caught, he could have instantly fired the Dragon Arrow. And even though it's a short stun, if Mouth doesn't get the root, there's a good chance Lunar gets out. So he just walks this way and gets out. And then ETC for sure can just walk out this way. And again, even after that, you were still here, and there were 4 here, and you can just easily line up a Dragon Arrow. Almost impossible to miss this clump of enemies, and then, again, E-Day gets out. And now, Snow, you're here alone, you can't do anything, and while Yuli does take top point, they can also just rotate top now and force him off. Which they're doing, yeah. If you're just going to walk up, again, if your auto attackers are going to walk into Groundbreaker engage range, which is Garrosh's strong suit, at least auto him. At least get value. Because right now, Garrosh is alone. You guys don't necessarily know that, but last time you saw was 3 up here, or at least 2 up here. And Garrosh is just kind of chilling. Like,
The fire.
this should just be free damage. And you guys give up the point for free, and you give up Dragon Knight for free, because no one's looking mid. Like, Ziltoid goes in, but there's nothing he can do. He gets maybe 1 stall, if that.
Hero slain.
Rexar dies top, which is unfortunate. I'm not commenting much on top because really I'm just not an expert on soloing matchups, but this seems like just a flat out error. Like to get caught out like this and then get hit by the last rites and die. Yeah. Waffle should have gotten out there, which is unfortunate. Again, like, you just have to be willing to use Dragon Arrow. Like, where was it? Okay, here we go. Garrosh is now in Groundbreaker range. He can Groundbreaker you. And if you die, you lose half the relevant damage you have on Dragon Knight. Even then, you could have fired it off instantly and walked out. Like, but yeah, you have to be willing to use Dragon's Arrow to save yourself in those situations. Like, it's actually huge when they have DK up and you lose half your relevant damage against DK. Yeah, at that point, even a Dragon Arrow is probably not going to do anything without your flip.
You've been taken down.
Even with Hanzo gone, you guys do a good job of burning down Dragon Knight, and they don't get their other damage down here quick enough to make a huge difference. So despite Hanzo dying, they don't get that much off it, which is good. They do get ahead in levels, though, which is going to be important for 16s. So, okay, we're just doing camps. Surprisingly, they didn't go for bot bruisers as soon as the knight died, which is a little shocking. Okay, so this is where you engage on them again. Okay. So, Ide barely misses the power slide. Waffle nails the air on 2. Walk up. Get 1 kill. He's gonna get away, isn't he? Alarak walks away. Okay. So could that have been done better is a good question. Let's see. So I like this engage. This is good. There are hits. So Lunar walks up and doesn't auto before Leaping Strike, which I think is unfortunate. Okay, so Leaping Strike hits. And then instead of autoing or using anything else... Yeah, so everything else was on cooldown. But even then, you could auto. And... Yep, there's the other Leaping Strike. And there's the auto. But you know Garrosh is here, like... I feel like standing like right here might have been more appropriate to try and get more autos before Leaping Strike. Because you could have kited back in front and then Leaping Strike back. Or even gone along this angle and then jumped over here-ish. And that probably gets you the kill. Like, what is Alarak? 10%? Roughly? Something like that. So again, just like, you have 2 heroes that are very good at autoing people, and you guys just aren't taking a lot of advantage of these auto attacks.
Fresh as a flower.
You guys go for bruisers. Okay.
My beloved is gone, but his power remains. Control the shrines.
Are you guys gonna push with this? Yeah, okay. We got everybody here. Again, clumping. They have an Alarak. This is not good. They have a Riptire. This is not good to be this close together. They also have Garrosh taunt in 6 seconds, and that's huge. Maybe you guys time the cooldowns out I didn't hear it in comms, but it's possible I just missed it. So there's Riptire. There's the throw. Yeah, and it just goes off and hits all of you. It's fine. It's not too bad because you're all still really high in health and you all had spell armor anyway. That's the thing, you have spell armor. Like, push up into this.
Gross.
This is a problem on Tomb too. You guys play too passively. Like, look at where you are now. You're in a situation where your wave and your merc camp are gone, and the fort's at half health. And now Mouth has had time to come back down. So you've also squandered your numbers advantage. You have to be looking for an engage. And then, of course, Lunar, unfortunately, is tanking 4 shots. That's a good leaping strike. That was kind of a wild, deadly charge from off-screen. I mean, they've done it before, so this shouldn't be too unexpected, but I definitely, like, wow. Just flies out. Again, gets all of you. This 2 with the spike. Groundbreaker. So 100% dead. Going to be in trouble. Possibly in trouble, depending on the running. Yuli, you live with no life. Why are you walking back, dude? They have a Junkrat. You have to leave.
Hero slain.
Like, yeah, Ide died, which, again, probably was going to happen regardless. God, if you had walked back and gotten hit by, like, a random Q, that would have been so feels bad, man. Waffle jumps out. Yeah, back, way back, guys, way back. It's an Alarak, way back, if you're going to Hearth. Oh, sorry, Alarak and a Junkrat, yeah. So, let's back up real quick. Let's take one more look at that. So you're walking up. I think Ide should be like over here or over here with Misha. Because you have options. Also, if you're here, Ide, you can potentially slide face melt Junkrat right now. Instead, you guys all back up and get hit. And again, your wave's gone now. So what's left of your wave, you either have to take this engage full force and like go attack past while and not let them get any more damage on this while the fort shoots, or you guys have to like retreat now. And it looks like you're gonna commit. You walk up and Misha charges and then nothing happens. Again, you guys are just standing here like you have all the time in the world. And then Mouthiel shows up. And then everything goes wrong. We just watched it. So again, you guys just got to be more committed. You have to commit to your engages. You can't just let them dictate everything. Even when you guys have advantages, you just let them dictate the pace of play, and it's bad.
You shall. Lost a fort, heroes.
It's funny because you guys generally do this part really well. Like, you burn down DK, no problem. Like, but then anytime like a normal fight breaks out, look at, like, what was that for? What did the arrow accomplish? You guys are looking to turn. He's at 25% health. Waffle's at like 25% health. Yeah, sure, he's at 3,000. Yeah, okay, game. Zoltoid and Stogler are back here. Like, I just am not sure what you guys expect to have happen here. Like, Misha goes down, you guys take more damage. That engage would have been good if you had done it when you were all at, like, you know, 75% health or something. Or if there was more of a follow-up when Ide engaged. Like, if Ide had gotten the engage and then the arrow came in, and you guys were here instead of, like, back here, I think that was a good engage. But as it stands, like, you guys wasted arrow and didn't really get much for it. I mean, you guys know they're here. It's like, you don't even need the Wisp to tell you. Alright, so you see Alarak, you see Mouth split, you see Mouth. So you guys just saw Alarak here, and you have, again, you guys have no vision of here. It's something I wanted to kind of comment on. For anyone who doesn't know, Dragon Shire is almost entirely defined by like how well you control this triangle right here, because it's huge on vision. You can tell when if people are in like a 3-1-1 split, or they're constantly doing a 4 rotation, controlling this bush or even just knowing with like a Junkrat mine or a Wisp or anything is huge. It's a really big deal because it's very easy to get caught in rotation, especially when you're doing 3-1-1 or trying to rotate the top laner. Like, say Malthael gets a pick and he wants to rotate to his team. It's very easy to set up a gank in these bushes if you see them leave lane and nobody checks bush. So vision control here is really good, and you have a lot of tools for vision control, but you're not really making any use of them. And so that also allows for shit like the Alarak flanks we've been seeing throughout the game. Yeah, some of them are a little, like, you know, random or risky, but it doesn't matter. They're all working. So why wouldn't you do a risky thing if it's already worked a couple of times? Clearly you're letting them get away with it, so why change what you're doing? And so, yeah. And that's the other thing. If you're in mid lane, it's also very easy to just come out of this bush and set up a gank. Like, especially with you guys, since you have, like, ETC Power Slide, you have Lunar Flare, even, like, a Bear Charge, if Misha's with you guys, stuff like that. Junkrat Mine out. Like, they have good ones, too. TK, Garrosh, like, both of you have very good gank potential if you come out of the bush mounted.
Another chance to prove yourself.
There wasn't too much else I wanted to talk about this game, but I'm just gonna go through the rest real fast. Again, you guys give up points. You're spread out. Doesn't really look like you guys have a clear idea of what you want to be doing. Like, bruisers are clashing up here, but nobody's on point. Because, again, like, Malthael's just sitting there. This, I feel like, would be a good time to just, like, 5v4 and just try and take a fight pre-20. But you guys waited too long, and now they're going to get 20. So they have both points. They have 20 first. They have complete control over this, essentially. They can dictate the fights. So now you're almost, like, inclined to just give them DK and burn it down again. Because the one thing you guys have been consistently good at this entire game is burning down DK while losing the minimal amount of, like, structures. But instead you guys are just waiting here, like, you're waiting for, like, ganks. But I don't think that's going to happen, especially because you guys just keep rando showing. And this Garrosh has played it pretty well most of the game, I would say, in terms of anchoring and looking for engages from bush. So you get back top. They send 2 up to guarantee it. Where are you guys at? So you guys are rotating the bot. So you're just going to play Ring Around the Rosie. But then you guys get caught mid? Question mark? I thought you guys were just going to rotate safe and just keep knocking them off points until you were 20. What the... Why? Holy shit, this is so spread out. You guys should ask John Knight to go over this one, because I don't even know what happened. Or what your guys' goal was. She gets split. Ide gets taunted. Trying to get out. Gets out, because Ide's a god. And he's just been making you know, on point plays the entire, both games of the match, honestly.
Hero slain.
Oh god. Well, that's unfortunate. So Waffle gets caught. Yep. Do I have buttons up? Anything? Damn. If you flip this way, I think you're okay. Again, it probably doesn't save you, but again, just point blank stun. Like, or if you had stunned in bush, you might have had a shot. If you like flipped and immediately fired an arrow and walked this way, you might have had a shot. But that was just really unfortunate. You can't afford to get caught out there. So you guys get mouth kill, but he just rebuys. And now it's a 5v4. You guys can't really do anything.
The flame cleanses.
Yeah.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Wow. Allrak dives way deep in there. Doesn't get punished. And Zolt gets killed. Yeah.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red
How much
team-
sadism did he even... 146. Yeah, you guys just didn't respect Allrak or Garrosh like engages the entire game. And when they were positioning against you guys, or posturing rather, because that's what it is, you weren't autoing them enough to dissuade them from posturing like aggressively the entire game. But yeah, just didn't seem like you guys had a really good plan at any point in this game. There were a few times where it looked like you were going to take engages and you just never pulled the trigger. And outside of one or two where you got multiple stuns and chased them down, you just let them dictate the pace of fights. And best case, you traded. Worst case, you got wiped and they got an advantage. Like, you never got fully deleted in a team fight, but you just didn't make the most of your kills. And they did.